har me hearties, it's that time again. Shear me timbers, splice the mainsail, and grab your paintbrush. It's time for that lazy pirate life. Har har!
Hi there, so back with February's update to see what I got up to, what I painted, what's next to come, what events I've done, and what I bought. So first off, let's have a look at what I painted this month. Right then, as you can see, it's been another busy month. Yep, all Kings of War. So let's have a closer look to see what I've actually finished. Right, to start off with, we've got the Green Lady stuff. So I started last month. So we can now pan in and see the finished unit. So and then a regiment of cavalry. And the 2 characters finished. We also added in a couple of characters. So a foot hero and a foot sorceress. And the RDG Gaming Centaurs. So we went for a combat unit and a troop of the same, and then 2 troops of archers. So yeah, pretty happy with how they've come up. So that's Green Lady finish for now. Right, so next up we have a horde for my League of Rhodia. I'm going to use these as one of the Dogs of War units. So there's 3 different types. So this is going to be one of the types, which is Elite and has Phalanx. So these are Wargames classic Greek hoplites. So, and yes, there is actually 40 models on the base. So, and also I've been asked, yep, every shield's different, but they are transfers. So yeah, pretty happy how these came out. So they'll be, as I said, added to my League of Rhodia force. Right, next up, now that I've finished all 28 armies, I'm revisiting some of the armies that I already have done and adding units and rebasing and doing stuff on that. So here are some Abyssal Dwarfs. They were the first army that I did for Kings of War. So I've decided to go back and add a few more units and swap some bases around. So I did have 1 regiment of half-breeds and 1 troop of half-breeds in my original army. So I decided to buy another box a while back so I could make some more. So what I ended up being able to do was add another 2, drop the troop and add another 2 regiments. So some of these I'd painted originally, and I've added another 10 newer models and tried to match up the basing as best I could. So this is like the original basing. You can see it's a bit more flimsy than the newer, thicker. But yeah, I think they look alright. I also had enough bits to do a special character. So this is my take on Bracky Barker. So sort for the bits box, found a few like chaosy bits, like the sword and the shield. And the head is actually from the standard dwarf champion from the plastic set. So I think he's come out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with him. Oh, and there's a cloak as well, which I think I took off the dwarf berserkers, possibly. Anyway, yeah, and a cool Viking model. So here's the last unit I completed this month. Again, this is a bit of a rework. These were originally Gore Riders that I had in my Abyssal Dwarf army, so I decided to move those over to my Orcs. So I got 3 regiments of Gore Riders. So in it, a bit of repainting needed doing to match up the colours, and obviously a bit of rebasing. So yeah, pretty happy with them. They will now join my very large Orc army. So that's it for this month on the painting front. Let's go and have a look at what's next up. So here we have what's next up on the workbench. I haven't got much that's actually been started yet, except for the couple of AWI Brits that I'm about halfway through. But it's more Kings of War. So I've got the bits to do some more Assidium Golems. I've already got 1 horde of them. I want to make a second. So I got some of the plastic PVC ones and a resin model, and I've also got a couple of well, you can see these are ogres riding giant Komodo dragons, and they're resin models by Titan Forge, which I picked up a long time ago. Now I'm going to be using those in my Rhodia armory as mammoths. So that's it, that's what's on the painting table. Hopefully I'll try and get some of these done for next month. Right, so over to what have I actually purchased this month. So it's not been a very busy month on the purchasing front. I've done the usual, as I've said before, picked up a few paint supplies, tufts, sprays, that type of thing. But actual models and that, I haven't really got a lot. So the first thing I purchased was, again, not models, but books. I managed to pick up a couple of the Tales of Panafor books. So I've got Broken Alliance, which is about the breaking of the alliance between the League of Rhodia and the Halflings in the Kings of War universe. So I haven't started that one yet. And I also picked up, and I was really excited to get my hands on this one, Ascent of the Goblin King by Rob Berman. I've started this one, I'm about 10 chapters in, and I'm really enjoying it. It is a bit odd because you're actually, instead of taking the story from what you would class as the hero side, you're taking the view from the actual goblins. So yeah, it's a very interesting read, and I'm really enjoying it. So yeah. Right, so the only other thing that I purchased is some 3D printed stuff from one of my mates. So let's have a quick look and see what we've got. So here's the only models I've actually picked up this month. As I said, just some free printed bits from my friend. So we've got a few a regiment of aeronauts, which are halflings riding air balloons. Pretty cool. And because my mate could fit a few extra things on the plate while he was printing these, he printed me off a couple of odds and sods as well. So I've got the Twilight Kin, issue focus, special character mage Laphiel, Blackheart, and he also squeezed a Wingit, which I needed to add to my Orc Armada fleet. So yeah, that's all my purchases. So finally, what have I been up to this month gaming wise? Well, had no tournaments booked in for this month. I've got another one coming up in March. Well, I've got two coming up in March actually, but had nothing booked for this month. So it's mainly just been playing at the club. So it's been mainly King's War. Though we did have the club all-day session this Sunday just gone. So the club was open from 12 o'clock until like 10 o'clock in the evening. So I managed to get a game of King's War, but also a game of Dungeon Saga in. So yeah, that was pretty good fun. So I'll post up a few pictures of that, and that's it for this month. See you next month. Cheers for now.